Eagle Shooter Sentinel it was.
Eagle Sentinel, yep, that was the one. So they elected to change their drop location. Now it looks like they're being met by DRC Gaming, though.
Yeah, I mean, the unfortunate thing about that is it's not a location that DIC has been dropping at all in this competition either. So,
in having to deal with another team at their drop location.
Yeah, certainly. A team that's not being challenged. Oh, dear, Bryn, that's unfortunate. He's just been headshot out of his UAS there by Therathon, or, well, MSC. And it's Receipted Jr. who will pick up the first point.
Sound south. JJ Lowe doesn't get a pick shot onto Nikus, but he has got two to contend with. The immediate refrag from Nikus comes in as soon as Extreme was knocked down. Well played from Astra, moving as a pair. Now Zoid starts to push in as well. So they've got. We have a look at our PCS1 champion projection from here on out. You confirm with a 35% as Vanotica just gets breached by entry fragger, man of Eagle Sentinel shooter. They're on the board as we are 5 seconds away from phase to turn their attention to that position and want to make their way up there. If you've got 3-4 teams all wanting to go to Potato Hill, it can become very chaotic. As MSC start to make their way out of the Gaka fields towards Chinky.
A bit of backup. I'm just watching Fury on the map, on PCS_map, and seeing what they're trying to do. It looks like they're going south. It looks like the rest of Fury aren't too interested in taking this engagement. You'll see, sure, whether that's from Gearbox or not, but they're going to capitalize on it. I have to imagine that it is, and we'll go and pick up that flag. So that's good decisiveness from Gearbox, knowing that's their obviously a problem for VCR. Fury's going to go past Buru, Ram Tukes. He won't be too keen on seeing that at all. That's an unfortunate loss for Fury, and no trade coming really back from them. Ronan has gotten the knock onto Edie, but in the meanwhile, Waikikamuka fell as well, and now the blue starts to push in. Ronan in all sorts of trouble. He's going to try and get out of there, but it's not going to happen. It's just an ill-advised rotation from Fury that has got the better of them. Link sooner or later, if those shots continue to come in, he is going to have to jump out, but doesn't in time. And Buriram United Esports will eliminate Fury Australia in 16th place as the first loss.
Although you're going to have to probably right here.
Fury.
20. Fury, okay, they're out early. That's not something that the Oceanic teams would be happy to see. Buriram, though, 5 kills early gone. And I did say in the pre-game, Jordan, they were a team that I had my eyes on to continue their strong form that ended night 1. God Meow's going to get the knockdown of the flush onto Flash. 6 kills now. Decent start for them here for match number 1 of day 2. Norja, though, going to be knocked down. Although not flushed by Puchils, runs out of ammunition. A save is the girl who gets the elimination for Cerberus.
Crossfire, and he has indeed. The grenade's going to be thrown on out. God Meow has no chance. Namsi will finish him off with the barrel. And God Meow will not be getting rezzed. There is no chance for Buriram, who are in a real spot of bother. You can see the rest of Cerberus now starting to push in onto Buriram as well. They know they have an advantage here. Xenox.
Yeah. Well, DIC Gaming out in 14th position. And sit at the top of Potato Hill, just keeping that spot under control for them. Oh, Subang cannot stand still like that. Zoidmate's always just going to take your head off cleanly. As Extreme also got Namc. 3.
Yeah, good stuff from Astra. Divine team, which will be Carnage down there to the western side of Pachinki, dealing with the Gearbox fellas, or Gen rather. Gearbox, and I dare say this will be the end of Carnage. They'll have to hit some great shots to survive. B2's gotten one, Rain another, but it's just not enough. There's way too many Gearbox players, and a 2v4, you can always imagine which way that is going. You confirm 3 kills on the board, some decent points out of day 1 so far, and day 2 looking like it's starting pretty nicely for them as well. They're a solid team and controlling this high ground very nicely, making the rotations difficult for MSC, Gearbox, Eagle Shooter Sentinel as well, going to be in that mix. So for Q-Confirm, for MSC, Q-Confirm is going to help them out with a few shots onto Gearbox, although I think they're probably going to suffer much the same fate once Gearbox has been dealt with. Kill feed really starting to pop off now, as a lot of teams do have to take difficult rotation paths in up hills in particular, because we are looking towards the top of Potato Hill as being in the circle. So anyone that's sitting down the bottom is not having a good time at all. QC were eliminated in the meanwhile. Jayers has gotten the knock onto Jun, and it's just not looking like a fun rotation in for Gearbox at all. It's a farm for Q-Confirm and for Astra, admittedly. Linksy on the kill feed there, picking himself up another one. So Astra certainly putting in a good name for themselves here in day 2. Woodman, however, has been knocked down, so that's perhaps the first misfortune that has been faced by Astra. Nikus goes down as well, and that's not looking too good. We might be seeing the end of them here. Extreme and Lynxy trying to hold on. It's Jexy who's causing most of the problems. It wasn't, I guess, enough to deal with all of Atletico. Here we go again. Astra, I should say. But they have certainly struggled. Well, they're going to get Nikus back on up, Xenox, so they might actually be not too disappointed by that. I thought they might lose Nikus as well. But to be honest, that hasn't worked out too poorly for Astra, as long as Extreme can deal with Basil, which he does.
Yep. Saki, though, did get the knockdown onto Nikus just prior to that. Still 2 up. Never mind, make it 1 because JN just finds Lynxy from behind. Nice knockdown. Has the nade, looking for the flush, or at least maybe even a combination of the flush and Extreme. Extreme at half health, has to be careful. Fortunately, rolls down the hill and away from him. Extreme's got so much pressure, though, from both sides. In the end is met from JN. JS, though, then also spells the end for Gearbox. Q confirmed, running away with this first match now. 7 kills. Okay, this game still 19 points behind. And look, there's still so many games still to be played, but what we're trying to sort of insinuate here is this trend is now continuing for Q confirmed from night 1 over to night 2.
Competitor in this remainder group. Got all 4 players alive, far up to the north, but they are down the hill. That's the disadvantage for them. Q confirmed with a 2-2 split, controlling the southern and western parts of the circle. And letting everyone else really take those engagements while sort of pinging them in the back or in the side. Divine copying a brunt of those bullets. Augie Esports trying to deal with VTR at the moment, and Jet is firing a few shots across through the smoke. 2 players knocked on Augie Esports, though, and they've got Divine above them. And VTR below them, so it's not a fun place to be in. I don't think this circle's fun to be in at all, to be honest, and apart from if your name is Q confirmed, because they just seem to be stealing a lot of the frags, stealing a lot of the kills, taking all the positioning, and letting everyone else do the dirty work.
Exactly right. I mean, but we kind of touched on it at the beginning of this game when we mentioned Potato Hill as a very valuable position to be in. In the end, the way, of course, the circle dictates whether or not that's going to be true or not. In the end, in this case, it did. Golden Cat, you know, they're going to be in the circle, but they're at a low ground position compared to Q confirm. Victim Rise going to be able to move past.
Yeah, ensure that they don't get sandwiched. VTR are a little bit on the move. Kamals has got himself a good spot. There's some knocks coming in on both sides. Golden Cat suffering 2. Sixax and Tonk down. And it may well end up being VTR and Q confirm up against each other at this rate.
Live is finishing off Sixax, and then down the hill you've got Golden Cat. In front of you, you've got Q confirmed. It's tough for these guys here, even though they got 4 alive.
I mean, I think the luxury is there for Q confirmed that they can even try to play a little bit aggressively at this point. You know, they're well clear of Cerberus in second place. They're 20 points clear of them already this early on in the competition, so they aren't feeling any pressure at all. They can afford to play a little bit more aggressively and see if they can even increase that lead further, right? If they finish off the next 3 or 4 kills or get, you know, something like 6 kills out of this, they're just going to skyrocket even further ahead. If they die, they lose a couple of players, okay, just retract back a little bit, see if you can play for those placements again up towards, you know, second or potentially even first place, I guess. But it's not going to cost you all that much at the end of the day because you still have that astronomical lead over the rest of the competition. Of course, right now, what they are doing is really smart. They're just pushed forward. They've taken control of the circle. They've almost kind of cut the circle in half with their positioning. And so there's almost no situation where they get screwed over by RNG or screwed over by the circle here as we head into the very late stages. It's going to be them to dictate how this circle plays out.
Tanoy, though, just getting very, very close to Victor Rise, maybe too close. Chibari able to spot him. 4 health, they're not able to get the knockdown on him, and now Q confirmed can also start taking shots on the Victim Rise with the knockdown onto Kamal's. Gems takes a bit of damage, though. Q confirmed don't want to have anyone knocked down or missing towards the end of this. Chowman has some easy shots, though. Tonke, Maximus, it's a firing range for Q confirmed right now. They just slaughter Golden Cat, and Victim Rise are now eliminated at the hands of both Golden Cat and Q confirmed. At the very least, for Golden Cat, they're going to get second place here, Jordan. By the end of this, they're going to be about level points with Cerberus, but Q confirmed continue to just pull away. Is anyone